wait a minute, this election in 2008 is the election that West Wing had in 2004. So this discussion is about, you know, what is the relationship? Do people who are going to be American presidential candidates have to be celebrities? Or, like John McCain, do they have to be kind of war heroes who might have stepped out of an American wartime movie? You know, it is quite interesting.
It's very, very different to politics here.
And Sarah Palin, I mean, she's just great box office, isn't she? Whatever you think about her, you know, she is wowing the crowds.
Well, she's upped the interest, I think, even over here, hasn't she?
She certainly has.
But what is it about America? They're far more passionate about their politics, aren't they, than we are over here? We're very sort of, you know, passive.
Incredibly passionate. I've done about 35, 40 of these dinner parties, all in England before. And until this one, I never had difficulty controlling it. But these people went for each other.
Yeah.
Tooth and nail. They were at each other's throats. In the first 5 minutes, which we're not going to show, actually, they started swearing at each other and calling each other names. Yeah. American politics appears to be so polarised, I suppose because of Iraq particularly. But it's so ideological. You know, there are two camps, and this chasm has opened up between them, and they're kind of yelling at each other with megaphones across the canyon, you know.
I think, couldn't we do with a bit of that? I mean, all our politics seems to be so samey. What's the difference between them all?
It is a huge difference across the Atlantic that, as you say, here, all the parties are trying to crowd together on the middle ground. And in the United States now, you've got two really different ideologies slugging it out now.
Getting further and further apart.
Yes. Although, you know, the candidates look as if they're... Obviously, they look as if they're trying to bridge the gap. I mean, Obama is trying to appeal across the divide. McCain is, as I say, a kind of maverick Republican, so he's trying to get Democrat votes as well as Republican votes. So the candidates have to appear middle-of-the-roadish, but the people are actually quite divided. And one of the things now, of course, is that people can get their politics served up to them, for instance, in blogs. So actually, you can spend all your life reading and hearing things that you agree with.
Yes, that's true.
You never have to listen to anything you disagree with.
Would it be a good programme for somebody like me to watch? Because I'm not very political, hands up. Oh, I have been to the House of Commons, though. Well, only to the bar. I went to the bar, had a pint, came home. But, but would it appeal to somebody like me who, you know, I'm so different to Carol. Carol's so up on politics and what's happening right. You are.
Well, you're interested. You're very interested.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I mean, obviously, I want you to watch the programme. I would say that you might find it interesting because it's not just about politics, it's about the relationship between Hollywood and politics, between reality and fiction.
And food.
And food. The thing you might not like, frankly, is that they're all yelling at each other. And, you know,
we don't mind that.
You don't mind that.
We don't mind that.
British politics is heating up now, isn't it, with this, you know, with the rebels sort of coming out in the Labour Party. It's starting to get... Are we at a crucial point? Are we actually... Is this the the beginning of the end for Gordon Brown, do you think? Or is it all a big fuss about nothing?
No, it's not a fuss about nothing. I think it is a very serious moment. By the way, I lived through very similar days with John Major. For instance, you know, they're now at this point where they've got so many rebels, they don't know whether to crack the whip against them or whether to be terribly nice to them.
Yeah.
So over the weekend...
What would your advice be to them, having been in that sort of part of a similar scene many years ago?
That whichever one you do is wrong.
But do you think the rebels actually care, or do you think they're just protecting their own jobs at the end of the day? Because obviously Gordon Brown... I mean, he's got to go. Probably shouldn't have been there in the first place, if you ask me. But, you know, they are rebelling against him because of what? For their own interests, or because they really give a damn about the country? Yeah.
All political leaders are safe as long as their party is ahead in the polls.
Yeah.
As soon as their party is ahead in the polls, their job is on the line. It's all about success. It's like a managing director of a company. If the share price is going up, you're safe. If the share price is coming down, you're not safe. And, you know, Tony Blair, for about 10 years, was ahead in the polls. He was secure. Last 2 years, he wasn't. They got rid of him. Brown is now 20 points behind in the polls. Obviously, his job's on the line.
Yeah. Am I being cynical, then?
No, you're being accurate, because, you know, all those members of Parliament are thinking they may lose their seats next time.
Yeah.
I mean, if I lost my seat, which I did, you may remember that.
Yes,
you know, and I had a very good, nice, safe seat, so that they see they...
I like sitting next to you, because I haven't said a word, but I feel really clever.
We must mention that The show is on BBC4 tonight. It's at 10 o'clock, isn't it? Dinner
It
with
is.
Portillo. And
It
you're also on tour, Very Rock and Roll, until the end of the month, aren't you? Doing an
Yes.
audience with around the country as well.
Yeah, I do a kind of one-man show in
Do you sing?
theatres. No,
Bit of dancing?
I'm not a John Sargent. Did you see the pictures of him today doing his dancing?
Did?
Yes, I did.
That could
'Cause
be you next time.
He does a one-man show, but apparently they couldn't get into the theatre or something, so they did.
Let's do it in the
They
car.
performed outside the car.
Look, come back to our show any time, won't you?
Oh,
Thank
I'd
you
love
so
to.
much for joining us. Michael
Thank you very much
Portillo.
indeed. Thank you.
Break time again, but when we return, we'll reveal why you don't want to be on the receiving end of a Zoe Tyler stare. Back soon. Welcome back to Monday Lunchtime with the Loose Ladies. I'm Jackie Brambles, and joining me today are Colleen Nolan, Carol McGiffin and Zoe Tyler. And waltzing his way here with all the gossip ahead of the new series of Strictly Come Dancing, it's Len Goodman. But first, DJ Christian O'Connell, who'll be on the show later this week, actually, has been writing this weekend about the unique genes that set men and women apart. One difference, he believes, is women's ability to give a dirty look that lasts a millisecond but is deadly effective. So are any of us any good at throwing a dirty stare?
Queen
Miss
of dirty
Tyler?
stares, me. But I don't actually know that I do it, apparently. I've got friends that say to me, because I'm quite honest facially, and if I really like somebody, I'm just smiling, my eyes twinkle, I sort of give it away. But if I don't like somebody and I'm talking to them, apparently I'm like that.
Subtle.
I don't know. And I-
Subtle.
Contempt,
I
isn't
know,
it?
and do you know, I've got a friend called Linnell, and she said to me one day, "You've got to stop doing that." I'm like, "Doing what?" She's looking like that. I'm like, "Looking like what?" She said, "You've just looked at that woman in such a horrible, nasty, dirty look way," and I'm like, "Did I?"
Yeah, but sometimes you don't mean to, though.
I didn't mean to, but I was
'Cause I do that a
thinking,
bit.
"Oh, shut up," or something like that.
So, and your face says that?
And my face says it. I can't lie, so don't lie.
Yeah,
Without
as a woman,
knowing.
sometimes you look at other women, like a lot of the times when we have guests on, you know, my sisters, when I go home, will go, "Oh, you didn't like her," or "Why were you looking at her like that?" But I'm actually sitting there going, "Oh, look at her figure."
Hey, you do that.
shoes.
Nice shoes, lovely trousers. But, of course, on screen it looks like I'm going...
Which is what you do to me.
Which is what I did to you, but I'm honest about that.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I don't think I do dirty looks, do I? I don't think I do.
I
You
don't
have
think
a
you do.
really horrible expression.
Do I?
Yeah.
She doesn't.
She does.
Am I
When
doing
you
it now?
It's not far off. When you say something she doesn't like, she goes,
Oh, yeah, I do. I do
that's
have
it,
that
yeah.
kind of, are you an idiot?
yeah, it's
Kind
that.
of look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does it me all the time.
I've got a dirty look.
Go on.
Ready? Come on, boys.
You're too honest.
You're too honest.
I haven't. Well, I don't know. I thought I had, but obviously
No.
not. I mean, I probably would, rather than just look at someone as if to say,
What?
"I hate you." It would be. I would tell them.
Yeah.
I would challenge them.
Good then.
I hate you. No, I mean I hate you, but people do use that look, and it's, can be misinterpreted. And I understand what he's saying, because, sometimes women like you do it without knowing. How can you do it without knowing? It's a deliberate face that says,
not
"Go
deliberate."
away." It is. I can't even do it.
Well, no, Denise does it as well, and she doesn't know she's doing it. And she does it to everyone. And again, it's that just clock